This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, we have a crew on scene at a structure fire in St. Albans. Our Callie Warren joins us now live with the details. Callie, what can you tell us?
Well, Beth, I am here on the Denbo Road in St. Albans, where mutual aid crews are helping to put out a structure fire just down the road from me now. This fire is now in active overhaul. This was a two-story home, but there was still lots of emergency crew traffic coming in and out, attempting to put out any last hot spots. Now, according to the St. Albans Fire Chief Paul Dowdy, nobody was believed to be inside the residence at the time of the fire. It broke out this afternoon around 3 p.m. and Dowdy added that the hot weather and humid conditions definitely did not help in this case. As I said, we're still seeing crews going in and out from the scene, just trying to make sure that they have everything all set. The fire marshal's office is on scene and investigating, and we are going to try to have some more on this later. For now, Beth, back to you.
Callie, thank you so much for the update. Meanwhile, a man is facing felony charges after he allegedly threatened a woman in front of police. Bangor Police Department spokesperson Katie England says officers responded to a suspicious complaint at a Sanford Street apartment about 10 p.m. Monday. The complainant spoke to police from her window, informing them that Alfred Barron was outside her apartment and she wanted him removed. England says the officers located Barron with 5 bottles of tequila and asked him to leave. According to England, he accompanied the officers outside, but when the caller spoke to police from the window, Barron allegedly threatened to kill her in front of the officers. Barron is being charged with terrorizing in violation of conditions of release. A judge has revoked bail for a repeat trespassing suspect following back-to-back arrests in Bangor and Brewer. Police warn they are seeing a spike in attempted break-ins and repeat offenders. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
A woman is back behind bars just days after her first arrest for an alleged home break-in. Brewer police arrested 55-year-old Darcel Howard Tuesday after she allegedly forced her way into a local home and was found drinking coffee. During an arraignment on Wednesday, a judge approved a request by the state to revoke Howard's bail, as this marks her second trespassing arrest in less than a week.
The concerning part with this, with Ms. Howard, is that this is perhaps one of the most dangerous situations that you can imagine when you enter into somebody's dwelling.
Brewer Public Safety Director Chris Martin says there have been 8 separate incidents of break-ins or attempted break-ins between Bangor, Brewer, and Holden in the month of August.
Somebody's going to get hurt if this doesn't get stopped. It could be her, it could be somebody else, but this is a very dangerous, concerning behavior.
Martin argues that bail reform, packed hospitals, and severe court delays are feeding a vicious cycle of repeat offenses.
When someone like this commits a crime, it's like, this person's on 8 sets of bail, why are they out? And that's a great question, but there's a lot of factors at play.
Deputy District Attorney Chelsea Lynn says the county is in dire need of more state support.
Everyone is doing their best to make use of the resources that we have, but the bottom line is we need more resources.
If we can fix the system or get the system to be more accountable, then we'll have better outcomes and it'll make for a safer community.
In Brewer, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine's Attorney General is suing the Postal Service. AG Aaron Fry has joined a coalition of 25 states in filing the lawsuit to challenge its new rule that grants USPS the authority to regulate mail-in voting in elections. The statement from the AG's office says tens of millions of voters across the country rely on mail-in ballots, and the coalition argues the Postal Service's rule will prevent states from effectively administering their mail-in voting programs, putting voters at risk of being disenfranchised. AG Fry said, quote, "This is not hard. The Constitution does not trust the executive branch with the responsibility of facilitating elections, and this new rule, this election interference, must be stopped," end quote. Well, after more than a year without a contract, thousands of Maine state workers are one step closer to a new deal. The Maine Service Association has reached a tentative agreement with the state, but the contract still has to be ratified by union members. Our Alex Schley has more on what held up the negotiations and what's coming next.
The Maine Service Association represents thousands of state workers, from road crews and emergency communications specialists to science and human service caseworkers. All of them have been working under lapsed contracts.
And what we ended up coming to was 4.5% and a $2,000 bonus.
The union says the path to that agreement was anything but quick.
We did try to start this process back in December of 2024 is when we filed our demand to bargain. Then there was some hurdles that we went through, including the state wanted to dictate how big our team was. That got us to the table pretty late because they filed a PPC about that. We didn't get to the table until early June of 2025.
Union representatives, on the other hand, were also holding firm that employees needed more compensation.
The wages for state workers have not kept pace with their counterparts in the private sector, but also in public sector positions across New England.
After 11 negotiation sessions, the two sides were unable to reach an agreement, and the state declared an impasse, triggering the assistance of an independent neutral panel.
One of the initial counters from the state was 4.5% in the 1250, but the dates were also different. So that would have been effective in December of 2026. And our most recent one that we came to a tentative agreement on is effective in September.
With the tentative deal now in front of union members, officials say they hope to have a final vote in the coming weeks. Alex Schley reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The tariff conflict between the United States and Canada continues to escalate. In response to the United States imposing 50% tariffs on Canada, the country's finance minister announced yesterday that they intended on matching the Trump administration's tariffs, quote, dollar for dollar, rate for rate, with tariffs ranging from 15 and 25 to 50%. If Canada's counter tariffs go into effect September 8th, they'll focus on exports such as dairy, steel, agricultural equipment, and more. Today, we spoke with a University of Maine senior business lecturer who told us he expects the two sides to return to the negotiating table because he believes imposing tariffs at this current scale only causes instability. He also says it's possible Maine industries could find a resurgence if they can no longer rely on Canada.
Some people will look at it as a devastating moment for the economy. Some economists and business people will see it as an opportunity to pivot.
Canada's tariffs on U.S. imports would total nearly $20 billion. Well, Maine's three gubernatorial candidates today are speaking out as a resolution between the U.S. and Canada remains uncertain. Our Doug Banks spoke with them today and has that story.
Trade talks between the United States and Canada came to a screeching halt over the weekend. Canada's finance minister announced days later retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods, spanning numerous products and totaling nearly $20 billion of annual United States imports. On Wednesday, Maine's three gubernatorial candidates reacted to the ongoing trade conflict.
We've gotten ourselves in a place where it's going to be very difficult in today's world for the political leaders to talk themselves off the ledge.
We get nowhere by failing to talk to our largest trading partner, both Maine's and in many ways the nation's.
Picking a fight with Canada, a great trading partner, is unhelpful for our state's economy.
According to the U.S. Trade Representative Office, Maine exported $1.3 billion in goods to Canada last year, representing 41% of the state's total goods exports. If Canadian tariffs go into effect September 8th, it's anticipated to impact Mainers relying on the neighboring country for trade, their products, and for some, supplying electricity to their homes.
Maine gets the vast majority of our heating fuel, lots of our gasoline from Canada. So this kind of trade war escalation could do much deeper damage to Maine families and our economy.
Escalation is just another reminder, first and foremost, that working people and small businesses usually get stuck paying for political chaos.
It is the most important relationship for Mainers. So I'm all about holding people accountable. And by speaking out, I expect to hold the administration accountable and hope to get them back to the negotiating table.
If elected this November, each candidate expressed a similar desire to strengthen relationships among those on both sides of the border.
My appeal as governor would be you have to get back to the negotiating table.
So as governor, I'd work with other governors. I'd certainly urge our congressional delegation to do more.
I will appoint Maine's ambassador to Canada, a person to actually be our emissary as a state.
Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news tonight, the Washington County manager has been reinstated. According to the Machias Valley News Observer, Washington County Commissioners David Burns, Courtney Hammond, and Billy Howard voted unanimously today to reinstate Renee Gray. Gray filed a federal lawsuit against the county and the two commissioners, alleging sex discrimination, defamation, and whistleblower retaliation. Her legal team claims she was ousted for cooperating with a state investigation into prior financial mismanagement. According to the paper, Burns stressed the action was taken to comply with a court order while Gray's civil case plays out in court. Gray is expected to return to work immediately. And let's turn things over and get a first look at our forecast.
Thank you very much. Your first weather today is brought to you by Sellers agent Sherry Therian at Listers Direct, offering a free home valuation and certified as a residential real estate divorce specialist. Start packing. All right, as you saw for those temperatures today, low to mid 80s here in Bangor. A few of us in the mid to upper 70s due to that sea breeze along your coastline. And you saw that up north as well for today. Slightly cooler temperatures up there, but still lots of sunshine, making it for a beautiful day out there today. Now for tonight, looking to stay partly cloudy. Some areas of dense fog are possible. Have a few more clouds work their way in tomorrow with some low pressure approaching to the west. There is a chance for some storms in the western portion of the state, but they do not look to make their way into our region here in Bangor. They'll die out throughout tomorrow night, and we'll have better chances for showers and thunderstorms heading into your Friday. So overnight tonight, staying pretty dry, but a warm night out there as we will have partly cloudy skies, some dense fog, light winds, and lows in the mid to upper 50s.
Thank you so much, Chase. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we have more of your local news.
Augusta politician Troy Jackson. While his family cashed in, you paid the price. As state Senate president, he voted repeatedly for higher taxes. Troy Jackson voted to allow cities and towns to drastically raise your property taxes, hurting our seniors and working families the most. And Jackson supports raising taxes on your Social Security, making Mainers pay more while his family cashed in. We can't afford Troy Jackson in the Senate. Pine Tree Results PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Ah, the summer spritz. It speaks for itself. The pop of Prosecco. The pour of liqueur. The fizz of soda. The spritz of, well, the spritz. Refreshingly simple. Find sales on your favorite spirit brands everywhere in Maine.
It looked like another government shutdown that would cut Maine families off the programs they need. But Senator Susan Collins led the fight to keep government open, bridging the divide between Republicans and Democrats, and protecting federal funding and critical family services to help children and mothers in need. Senator Collins' bipartisan leadership makes a difference. Call and tell Senator Collins to keep government working for Maine families.
As Senate President, Troy Jackson counted votes, and his son counted cash. Jackson's lobbyist son raked in almost $200,000 from special interests, and Jackson flipped his positions. One polluter wanted to stop a bill cracking down on emissions, so they paid Jackson's son, and with Jackson in charge, the bill went up in smoke. Troy Jackson's family got paid. We got played. Coincidence or corruption? You decide. SLF PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Car accidents can be scary. It can feel like the whole world is crashing down around you. Hurt in a car accident, I'm on top of it. I'm your go-to guy.
Call 222-2222.
The fun never stops at Wheel.
You got it! It's a car! You're a millionaire!
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. If you are driving through Old Town, expect traffic delays and detours. The temporary bridge next to the Llewellyn Estes Bridge is currently closed while crews take part in a thorough inspection of the site. Maine DOT says the daytime closure will allow safe access for personnel while traffic is rerouted along the established and previously used detour route. The collapse occurred on August 13th. Maine DOT says it happened when a construction crew was pouring concrete for the bridge deck, but an exact cause of the collapse is still under investigation. A Maine DOT spokesperson tells us they'll alert people of the bridge reopening through its social media. They expected traffic to be allowed back on the bridge sometime this afternoon. Well, Senator Susan Collins was one of a number of stakeholders at a trussing ceremony for the brand new Kenduskeag Public Library. She joined town select board members, state lawmakers, and other project supporters for the event. The town's current library building, dated back to 1839, does not have bathrooms or running water and has limited space for visitors. The new library will offer modern facilities and more space for community engagement.
This new and improved Kenduskeag Public Library will build on its core function as a book lender to become a community asset, offering computer access, expanded offerings for children, and a much-needed meeting space for townspeople.
Senator Collins secured $1 million in congressionally directed spending back in 2024 to support the construction of the new library. That is part of more than $16 million she has secured in the past 5 years to upgrade 9 libraries across the state. And folks, sports and your forecast are just ahead. Stay with us.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's 35th anniversary. So stop in for the best values in furniture and mattresses at our famous everyday low prices. Celebrate Bob's 35th anniversary this Labor Day weekend.
Oh my Bob! The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time country fair featuring farms, a tractor pull, demolition derby, pig scramble, and more. Fun rides in the Midway, daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, something for everyone, August 27th through the 30th in Dover-Foxcroft.
Keep your boat safe, functional, and beautiful with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales rep can help you choose the perfect lift for your boat. Shoremaster's exclusive Whisper winch offers the industry's smoothest and quietest operation. Add speed and convenience with a Shoremaster lift motor. And Shoremaster's modular Infinity design makes it easy to upgrade with accessories when you're ready. Take your boating experience to the next level with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
30 years living in Washington changes someone. I feel like politicians should be working for us, not getting rich from stock trading. But Susan Collins doesn't think so. Susan Collins wants to keep it so that senators can play the stock market, making millions of dollars. While the rest of the state is struggling, it's just wrong. We need to tell Susan Collins to stop the congressional stock trading.
Welcome back in, folks. The Maine field hockey team is back in action and preparing for their 2026 season. They begin their campaign with what should be their toughest weekend of the season. 2 nationally ranked opponents coming to Orono. First on Friday with number 8 Liberty, and then on Sunday with number 15 UMass. It'll be trial by fire specifically for the sophomore class, as multiple of the 7 returners are looking to fill starting roles.
That's exactly what we were talking about today. After, we've had 2 scrimmages so far, we're going into this weekend where we have good competition, and now it's like all right, like some players have their own goals, you know, for the season of like stepping into bigger roles, and they have the ability to do that, and it's just, you know, helping them get there as we progress.
The Black Bears returned 5 seniors to lead this primarily young group, and they recognize the responsibility they carry on their shoulders, as well as how quickly it feels like they were passed the torch.
I mean, it's crazy. I feel like I looked up to our 5th and 6th years so much when I was younger, and I wanted to be them. And it's just crazy to think that I guess I can be in that role for some of our younger girls.
I mean, this preseason, I catch them like people down, you know, a hard day, and I'm just like, I'm right there with you. Like, it never really goes away. You still feel that. 1st year to 4th year, you still feel the pain, the struggle, like all the emotions, trying to come back after a long summer. So I think it's just exciting to be not so far away from them. Like, it was so quick that I can still be there to be like, I'm still going through the same things, and make them feel like they're not alone in that.
Heading down to Foxborough now, where the Patriots and Christian Gonzalez contract negotiation drama is heating up. In previous press conferences this preseason, Gonzalez has stated he doesn't want to negotiate through the media, thus giving very generic answers when asked about the contract talks. But on Tuesday, he gave a little bit more, as animosity is clearly growing, which he stated himself.
I mean, it's frustrating, but I mean, it's, you know, I'm focused on the season. I'm focused on here now and doing what I got to do, and I'm out here to compete and get better. I mean, the office knows how I feel. My team has made it known what I feel, what I'm worth, what we feel, what I'm worth. So the right people know what I'm worth.
Just to clarify, just because there was speculation, was your absence totally injury related, or was it all related to the contract?
Yeah, you know, I'm not going to get into that. I'm out here now, so it is what it is.
Patriots Vice President of Player Personnel Elliott Wolf didn't comment on a ton during his media availability on Tuesday, but did confirm that they have an offer on the table that would make Christian Gonzalez the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. That is all the time we have for sports. Here is your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you very much. Our main weather tonight is brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning with locations in Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln. All right, highs for today, low to mid 80s here in Bangor with the sunshine, making it for a nice warm day. You saw mid to upper 70s along your coastline with a little bit of a sea breeze out there, but still plenty of low to mid 80s into the southwestern portion of the state. Mid to upper 70s for you further north, but still feeling the warmth today with all the sunshine. A very nice day out there for your Wednesday today. Going into tonight, partly cloudy skies, some areas of dense fog. We got some low pressure making its way in, but it won't affect us throughout tonight. A little bit into tomorrow, but mid to upper 50s for tonight across the state. Tomorrow we're going to try to reach near 80 again. If you don't reach near 80, mid to upper 70s for you. Better chances near 80 in the southwestern portion of the state, where you can see a few storms for tomorrow. So the average high this time of year right around 78 degrees, a little bit above it for tomorrow, a little bit below it for your Friday, and then right around average into your weekend, upper 70s, low 80s. And then we're going to hang out in the mid 70s later into the portions of next week. That'll be Tuesday and the Wednesday with highs then right around 74 degrees. So winds out there for tonight will be light. As we go into tomorrow, a south wind is going to pick up. It only shows getting up to 20 to 25 miles per hour here on our model, but some of the other models have indicated that we could see wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour for tomorrow. Expecting those stronger winds to be here in the southwestern portion of the state. Shouldn't get as windy as you go further north into tomorrow or further off to the east as well. We can see near Machias lighter winds than the rest of us, but we'll keep the breeze going throughout tomorrow night into your Friday, and Friday we'll keep some wind in place as we do have a better chance for showers and thunderstorms here in the Bangor area. So for tonight, partly cloudy skies, staying dry, a little bit of dense fog out there. As we go into tomorrow, similar deal, right? More partly cloudy skies. We'll have sunshine during the afternoon hours. This will build up the chance for some storms to the west. You can see that here just north of Portland to the west of Bangor, where we do have a chance for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. They can be strong for about 30 minutes or so, but then they look to die off as they make their way into the Bangor area. So staying pretty dry throughout tomorrow night, even though low pressure is in the region. We'll start to spark more chances for storms as we head into your Friday with that front still draped right over our viewing area. So that's going to give us that better chance for showers and thunderstorms throughout Friday afternoon into Friday night. So for tonight, staying dry, partly cloudy skies. Some areas of dense fog are going to be out there, especially towards the early morning hours with lows in the upper 50s for tonight. Into tomorrow, we're looking to reach back into the low 80s, partly cloudy skies, and there is a chance for storms mainly to the west for tomorrow. But yes, it will be a bit breezy out there too. South winds can be gusting near 30 30 miles per hour, especially here in the Bangor portion of the state and to the west as well. So out there for your extended forecast, you can see low 80s tomorrow, but mid 70s for your Friday with better chances for showers and thunderstorms across the state. High pressure returns Saturday, bringing some sunshine. Temperatures right back near the upper 70s and low 80s. We continue that into your Sunday. There's a slight chance for storms then. Better chances Sunday night, and will clear out again by Monday to start off the work week with highs then in the mid to upper 70s.
Starting in May 2026, Maine Paid Family and Medical Leave gives eligible workers up to 12 weeks to take the time needed for parental and family care, medical, military family, and safe leave. With partial wage replacement, your income stays protected, giving you peace of mind. Leave is flexible, portable, and available to self-employed Mainers who elect coverage. Maine Paid Family and Medical Leave. It's how we care. It's who we are. Benefits begin May 2026. Learn more at maine.gov/paid leave.
Here are the facts about Susan Collins and Medicaid. Susan Collins was the deciding vote to advance Donald Trump's Medicaid cuts.
Susan Collins was the deciding vote to advance the bill.
Now, thousands more Mainers are expected to lose their Medicaid coverage. Hospitals and clinics are shutting down, all to give massive tax breaks for billionaires. Look up the facts yourself and tell Susan Collins to stop voting for Trump's healthcare cuts.
Troy was born to 2 teenage parents, and we struggled a lot. He didn't use that as an excuse. He used that as fuel to make things better for other people. Troy never talks about what he's done, but somebody will come up to me in the grocery store or someplace in town and they'll say, Troy helped me get a sewer, Troy helped me get my mother into a nursing home. If you need help, he's going to be there for you. That's who he is.
I'm Troy Jackson, this is my mom, and I approve this message.
Make this the summer event at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Looking for a truck built to go the distance? Drive home a new Ram truck backed by an available 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Ready for adventure? Check out our selection of new Jeep Gladiators and Wranglers, built for wherever the road or trail takes you. Need room for the whole family? We've got a great selection of new Chrysler Pacifica vans, packed with comfort, versatility, and style. This summer, make the drive, we'll make the deal. Visit Thornton Brothers in Lincoln today.
Fall into amazing savings during Flex Deal's Fall Factory Authorized Sale. Rake in serious deals on all styles and models. Choose from our huge selection of fabric and leather, reclining and stationary furniture, including Flex Deal's Latitude, South Haven, and Wynwood collections, and all crafted with Flex Deal's exclusive lifetime warranted Blue Steel spring. Prices are falling, so hurry in today for cool savings. Fall in love at Flex Deal's Factory Authorized Sale.
Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden. Live beautifully, my friends.
Welcome back. The greater MDI community banded together to help a lobsterman who nearly lost his life after his boat went down off the coast of Bass Harbor on Saturday. Our Sam Miller has his story.
What started out as just another day on the ocean for Captain Daniel Clausen of the FV Never Enough quickly turned into a lobsterman's worst nightmare.
I got to Gotts Island Head, I slacked her back and put her in neutral, and when I opened up my cabin, the engine room was already full of water.
After calling out for help and getting into a survival suit, 2 waves hit the boat on its port side and rolled the boat over as it slipped underwater. Clausen spent 15 minutes floating by his boat before he was rescued by 2 fishermen, and the boat was lassoed and dragged to the town dock in Bernard. Half a dozen locals worked through the night to save his vessel, and around 5 a.m., the boat was uprighted and is now out of the water. Clausen says he is beyond grateful for all the support from the community, saying the dock was full of people ready to help in any way they could.
I bet there was almost 30 people on the dock cheering for me to get her back afloat. I mean, my world was literally turned upside down, but when Tremont showed up, I was feeling very uplifted.
Following the incident, a GoFundMe for Clausen and his family was started and has raised over $40,000 for future repairs. Tremont Harbor Master Tyler Damon highlighted how amazing it is to see the community rally behind one of their own.
It's pride. I mean, that's the only word that you can really think of. I mean, you have to be proud to be a part of this community that comes together and really takes care of someone in distress, really. I mean, it's amazing.
The link to Clausen's GoFundMe can be found at our website at foxbangor.com. In Bass Harbor, Sam Miller, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And that is going to do it for us, folks. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Tonight, American icon
I've got text messages of her asking me.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. That is for the loan, and the remainder is what you're asking for is for
Thank you.
the scissors. Your counterclaim's dismissed. We're done. Thank you.
Doesn't matter.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
She saw the truth, and she realized that the defendant is actually a liar. She has lied about so many things. She's trying to embarrass me because I've had to go through a lot with this defendant. I have had to go to the point of getting a restraining order. She has harassed my contacts. She has gone around lying about me, and I'm just glad that this is finally over.
This is Fox 22 News Tonight.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, we have a crew on scene at a structure fire in St. Albans. Our Callie Warren joins us now live with details. Callie.
Beth, I'm here on the Denbow Road in St. Albans, where mutual aid crews from several different local towns have spent their afternoon fighting a structure fire. Now, this happened just a little bit further down the road from me. Initially, there were lots of first responder vehicles, crews on the road until honestly just a few moments ago they began to clear out. Now, according to the St. Albans Fire Chief Paul Dowdy, nobody was believed to be inside the structure at the time of the fire. That incident did break out this afternoon a little around 3 p.m. There were multiple crews on scene, like I said, to do overhaul and battle some hot